Quote. There's a quote from CL here. Please, Zero, don't do anything like that again. That aged poorly. That is gonna age super poorly. Right, so the next section of the game. We've got 3 robots to deal with. All of them are ones that you would normally deal with within Megaman 01. We have Anubis Necromancis the 5th, Hanyu Machine, and Blizzik Stagroth. If I remember correctly, I think Blizzak I have the easiest time dealing with. Again, since we have all the elemental chips, it doesn't really matter all too much. Oh, right, because I haven't been opening as many containers, I don't have a specific foot chip. If you're very careful, up to this point, you might have been opening up a bunch of containers, finding a bunch of containers. If you did, then you'd be able to skip to the upper half of the stage here, and it would let you skip this entire underground section here. But of course, we don't have that specific foot chip. The foot chip in question allows you to jump on the surface of the water. Fairly useful for a couple of stages. Because aside from this stage right here, there's only one other stage that has you dealing with water. If I remember correctly. Whew. Ah! Muffin! Hello, welcome. There are a bunch of icicles that we could deal with around here. You could tick them out with a couple saber swings. I would highly recommend it. But more pressingly, this enemy. It rains down a bunch of small shots on you. Ah! I got nom-coptered and distracted successfully. Ah! Way to go. Ow. Also, ow, Muffin. Okay. Alright, there's no safe space from this thing. Stupid heavy cannons. I hate heavy cannons so much. Hey! Please give me some health, game. Ah! Muffin coming out swinging. Criminy. Alright, Blizzik Stagroth. For this specific boss fight, I tend to use the Buster. It's the safer option. Because this is a very wide open map, and I don't know about you, I'd rather keep my distance from this thing. Ow. Whew. Stay in the safe corner. Yee! Done. That way, I could at least keep this. Cross fingers, hopefully we get an A. I doubt it. B. The cutoff for Stagroff's A rank is super specific. I never have luck getting it. Yeah. There's no real need for me to use those. Okay. Then in that case... Hanyu Machine or Necromantis? Let's go Hanyu Machine. Occasionally I do make a joke like, do you consider yourself a Hanyu Man or a Hanyu Machine? This is one of the reasons why I say that. Because Hanyu Machine is based off... is based off of a person of legend called Hanuman. I want that one up. This is also another stage where using Fire Chip allows you to burn things away and discover a few secrets. Also, a much safer road through the forest. At that. Don't need the Buster for this. There are a few secrets that we can get here, specifically by using the Impulse Jump. And at that, they revolve around these switches. You stand on a switch, provided one of your feet is touching it, or a brick, then it will cause a platform to raise. In some cases, it can let us get some extra goodies. Two. And three. Here is one of them, if I remember correctly. Again, impulse jump, and a dash jump, maybe you could get up there, but more often than not, I am unable to. So what I tend to do is a very specific pixel-perfect jump. Because if you're good with your timing, you can catch that lip, jump off of it, and get some goodies. Whew. That is a very specific route. If you can manage it, again, some goodies. Though this path is a little tricky to get through in a timely manner. Done. This brick here... I think it's like a specific thing that you could do, just fall from here and jump across. Or alternatively, you can see where I'm getting with this. And this gets you a sub-tank. Another moment where we can impulse jump here. And doing that lets us get yet another of those. Ah! Anti! Kinda glad I got that one up. If I can fill up this sub-tank, I might want to. Because being able to carry a bunch of health wherever you go is kind of useful. Oh, thanks, game. But, well, while I'm here, might as well show this upper path. You'd think that it's a little better, but it's kind of not. It's faster, sure, but that's about it, really. You don't really get anything good out of it. Of course, there's the bit of health that I wanted. Deal with this thing real quick. I'd like to be able to carry some health into the boss game. It's fine. It's fine. I don't need HP. What do you need HP for? It's not like I'm on 0 lives. Ugh. Honey Machine. I'm prepared to die. I may have to kill a cyber elf. If I remember correctly, Honey Machine is weak to electricity. Honey Machine also says you don't get to enjoy the game. Because this entire arena is full of breakable blocks. And if you're not going to take advantage of them, you're going to die. Case in point. If you want to know what annoying sounds like, Honey Machine. Seriously. Dead. I'm actually surprised I did that so well. I'll take a B. Get me out of here. I'm actually scared that I did that well. I don't know what that means. Because normally I tend to struggle against Honey Machine. By comparison, though, I don't really struggle with Necromantis. Necromantis' stage is very open. Its mission, if I remember correctly, revolves around you taking out specific helichoppers full of drop troops. Drop troops. Yeah, that's vocabulary. And the boss itself is weak against ice. Which, in this game, is a bit of a switch, because in the original Mega Man Zero, he was actually weak... The Necromantis was actually weak to a different element. They're also explodey things. Actually, this is also a moment where I can demonstrate something else. From Mantisk, we got something called the Light Body Chip. The Light Body Chip makes it so that you can ignore crumbling terrain. You don't get a speed penalty while you're on it, but by exchange, you get knocked back further from attacks. It can be useful if you need to do some finicky platforming, but there aren't too many instances where you need to deal with crumbling terrain. Actually, aside from the sand here, there's maybe 2 other instances in the game where I could recommend its use, and one of those, ironically, is within the Bats stage, which we already finished. Whee! Ow. And we got a sandworm. Be prepared to fight a few of these throughout the game. Stupid purple nurple. Eee! Oh my god! Purple nurples! I hate them! Actually, while I'm at it, kill the sub-tank a little bit. Damn. So that should be about 12 HP in the sub-tank. If I'm doing my calculations right. Poke that from a safe distance. And now to deal with the worm. Perfect. 16 HP in the sub-tank. If I remember correctly, sub-tanks hold 24 HP. Ow. Done. Wormadam dealt with. And now we get into the actual mission part of the mission. Dealing with the dropships and everything. At that, this is also where some of the secrets are hidden. If you're good about your platforming, you can get a bunch of hidden capsules and whatnot. 3, 4, 5, 6. Shank you. Couple extra goodies right there. Purple nurple. 1. 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I guess that was 6. Good. And I think the boss is right here, so yay. If I'm good, maybe we could do this without getting hit. I doubt it, because Necromancer here has some annoying attacks. Case in point. And at that, he can also try to squish you within their coffin. If you're good with your platforming, you can climb up the wall of the coffin and get out of it, but more often than not, you're going to be using the impulsive jump from the rod. Obey my rod! Donk. Seriously. Oh, come on. One of the more annoying attacks that he can do is create a bunch of quicksand. And a bunch of zombies. 1, 2... Ah, crap. Messed up. One, 2, 3... Done! I'll take it. Second try. That's not terrible, still not great. And it's a B. And now for the part of this that is Interesting. So, in terms of story, Coopy X asks CL to surrender. She says, yeah, no, let's not. Coopy X decides, okay, let's send some familiar robots after you. Then, after a point, you have to deal with Coopy X directly. From Coopy X, you can gain yet another ability. If I remember correctly, it's something for the Buster. Specifically, it's like a laser shot that you can get from him. It's a very useful power-up when you can get it. But I haven't been doing well with the MIA ranks. Oh well. There are two big gimmicks to Coopy X's stage here. Aside from all the cameras trying to take sneak photos of Zero. The first, these platforms. You're going to be seeing a lot of them in very, very dangerous hallways. Oh! Full of spikes. Good luck with your platforming. Woo! This part always gets me a little tense. The second, a security system. You can jump through these lights at very specific windows to not set off the security system. Alternatively, you could deal with it, deal with the enemies, and hopefully get some HP pickups from them. Up to you. Depends on how you like to play. Me, after a point, I just kind of say fuck it. Decide, yeah, these security systems are inevitable, let's just deal with everything that comes my way. It's not like we're breaking into Neo Arcadia or anything like that. Oh, wait. Checkpoint. And now the more dangerous part of this. It's a vertical ascension. There are a bunch of pickups we can get along the way. I'm not going to be getting all of them, because it's fairly dangerous. Good so far. Almost there. Now, we can go up that specific road over there and get to the boss fight and everything. But if we go down this specific path, we can get a couple extra pickups. And now for the boss fight against Coopy X, to which it's not going to matter what type of body chip we have, so I'm probably just going to use electricity. And little trivia, this is as far as I got within my practice. So from this point onward with Mega Man Zero, it's going to be at least a little bit trying to make do. Coopy X can use all the same elemental chips that you can. And in some respects, he can use them to a more dangerous degree. Ow. Hello there, Isaias. Hope you're doing well. Oh! I shouldn't have done that. I should have just tried the impulse jump again. I have the pattern for that. Really, the big issue is with Coopy X. I understand some of his patterns, just... it's Coopy X. Like, when he does his dash attack, you can kinda gimmick him a bit, because he only ascends. Ah, come on, me! He only ascends, so if you're very careful about it, then you can push him to a point where you can duck underneath, maybe get a poke in. Alright. Coopy X time. Now again, one of the Cyber Elves that you can get by this point is one that you can raise using E-Crystals and get yourself some extra maximum HP. I didn't get that. Ugh. Coopy X. Just Coopy X. So if I actually make some progress, I might just use up a Cyber Elf, unfortunately. It's not like I'll be able to get an A rank off of this stage anyway. I should probably mention this at some point. I have tried to do a bunch of A rank runs of this specific game. The furthest I ever end up getting is either Coopy X or the stages after this. I've yet to do an entire A rank run where I get all 12 powers, because, oh god, that requires a lot of skill. And a lot of saves coming. And at least for a stream, that might not be interesting to watch. Again, I would totally love to try and do a perfect all A rank type playthrough of this game at some point, but unfortunately, anytime I do something Megaman related, it doesn't go over well, which is kind of a shame, because I really like Megaman games. If it doesn't do well on Twitch end, then there's not, unfortunately, motivation for me to do that type of thing. Would I consider it at some point? Probably, yeah. But it might be something that I specifically only do if it's requested of me. By enough people, I should say. I won't claim to be good at this game, ever. And I'm not. Yeah, like, in the past, I've done... yeah, specifically Magmammal. I've specifically played Magmammal a bunch, such... I would highly recommend that if you're a fan of Mega Man, you try out Magmammal. Actually, no, wait, I have a sub-tank. I can just spend the, energy. Alright, I forgot he does that. So he has a lot of health. I think I can absorb one blow. Ah, shit. But yeah, the few times that I have streamed Magmammal, it didn't really go over all that well, which is kind of a shame, because I really like Magmammal and what Snowrot Pyro and the team have done with that. And it's to the point that it's kind of demoralized me from touching Mega Man games, period. Or at least on the Twitch end, I should mention. I do want to go on the YouTube end and continue my playthrough of Megaman, but I need a good time to sit down and record some of it. Yeah, I think I'm gonna kill a Cyber Elf. I'm sorry, Cyber Elves, but you're here for the moments when I need HP. Kirif, you're my first casualty. If you want to do well against Coopy X here, you gotta do a lot of moving around the stage. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You gotta do a lot of moving around the stage. Done. And of course, I didn't take a single hit after using that Cyber Elf. What the hell? Also, hi, actual X. Poof. And the big baddie has taken Coopy X here, placed a bomb on him. From defeating him, we get the Quick Foot chip, which is going to be very, very useful. Because the Quick Foot chip lets us move faster, just by walking. Yeah, to an extent, Coopy X is kind of an idiot, but at the same rate, Dr. Vile is just fairly clever. Just now, our hero, Master X, was taken by bloodthirsty extremists and has sadly passed. So, in accordance with Ordinance Number 8, I, Dr. Vile, will become your new leader. It is time to put a stop to these extremists. Thank you all. I have just confirmed your approval. I'll have to ask you all to do a number of things. Neo Arcadia cannot know true peace until the extremists are eradicated. Let us all fight together until they're wiped out. It's all going according to plans. Specific words that X here has to say. It's the heart that counts, not the body. Keep those in mind.